Hello everybody, it's Stella here from New Hope Wellbeing and we are back with another video, and today we will be discussing the first of our titans. This is a goddess called Ankhiale, and she was the titan goddess of the warming heat of fire. She was the wife of Hecataurus, titan god of hands, and the mother of the metalworking dactyls, or the fingers. These rustic deities together represent the power of the human hand to create and utilize fire. Ankhiale's brother, Prometheus, famously stole fire from heaven for man. And we'll cover up that myth when we cover up Prometheus. It is probably one of the more famous myths, I've got to say. Her name was perhaps derived from the Greek words ankh, meaning reveal or uncover, and kalia, meaning warmth and heat. The name is thought to also be connected to Ankhiale, a fire mate, which was a bundle of firewood carried under the arms. Combined, the various terms invoke the image of a fire maker who uncovers the heat of the flame that is hidden away inside the wood. So if you think about when you're looking into a fireplace and you've got like that smouldering little bit of fire just simmering away underneath all the logs of wood there. That's what this is what she represents, basically. The couple, so this is Ankhiale and her husband, were the grandparents of a variety of rustic gods, and as such were probably identified with the earthborn deities as well, especially Selenios in particular, as the usual grandsire of the Satyroid myth. In the account which describes the parentage sorry, I just have to reread that sentence. So basically, pretty much like the primordials, depending on who wrote the hymns of the primordials, depending on how they came to be, or how they came to be interrelated with each other. But the same here, depending on which mythology you read, depends which children are theirs, which children are not theirs, so on and so forth. It's actually quite common in relation to that with a lot of the mythologies around the world. Now, Ankhiale herself may have also been the Cretan nymph Ankhiale, who was also located in the vicinity of Mount Ida. The pronunciation of their names are actually very similar, so they are most likely the one and the same, but just from the different regions of Greece. Some people have suggested too that Ankhiale is also Rhea, who obviously is the mother of Zeus. I don't know about the validity of that one, to be honest. I'd have to look further into it. So she was, but she was the mother of the Idaean dactyls who lived at Mount Ida on the island of Crete, which thus giving more merit to her also being the Cretan nymph. The dactyls were famous for their skills as metalworkers and magicians. Here is some of the mythology that she appears in. This is a Greek epic from the 3rd century BC that says, the many dactyl of Crete, they were born in the cave by the nymph Ankhiale, as she clutched the earth with both her hands. Now this one comes from the 1st century BC, or it's actually yes, the 1st century BC, and it says, further, one might also find these daemons, the satyrs and the Orades were called not only ministers of gods but also gods themselves. For instance, Hesiod says that 5 daughters were born to Hecatoris and the daughter of Phoroneus. Presumably this is our goddess that we're discussing, Ankhiale, from whom sprang the mountain-ranging nymphs, goddesses, and the breed of satyrs, creatures worthless and fit for work, and also the curates, sportive gods and dancers. This one goes into this myth actually is from 6th century AD, but it does just talk a bit more about her heritage, I guess you could say. Ankhiale, daughter of Iphitus, founded Ankhiale, a city near Taros. Her son was Cydnus, who gave his name to the river at Tarsos, the son of Kidnos and Pananthenos, from whom the city was called. Afterwards the name was changed to Taros. So that's just a little bit of, I suppose, about her heritage, I guess you could say. A bit like with the primordials, I couldn't really find anything in relation to how she was possibly worshipped, or if there were any cults for her. But she is one of the more minor titans in that regard. But I will let you know if I find out anything more about her. But we will be. So that is just a little bit about the Titan goddess, the Titan goddess of the warming heat of fire. So we will be back next week with some more videos. Until then, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll talk soon. Bye!